Hey there everyone, this is Michael Dougal with eXp Realty. I'm going to update you on the state of our market right now. If you're just tuning in after a long time, what you might want to know is that our market has been on the decline pretty much since late February. And according to this RBC article, they're projecting home sales to fall 23% this year and a further 15% next year in 2023. And what's worse is they're expecting our benchmark price to drop by approximately 12%. But what's really happening in the marketplace, because I'm actually seeing some signs of the market looking a little bit better, looking like more buyers back in the market. They're kind of finished with this shock period of higher interest rates and uncertainty. So we can see some stabilization, and we're actually finding that there are some properties selling above the asking price, which I'll get to. And in this chart here, we're getting somewhat of a clearer picture as far as the sales to new listings, which tells us how balanced the market is. Is it a seller's market or is it a buyer's market? And we can see we're right in the middle. We can see just how high this number went in 2021 and early 2022. And that was more of a seller's market, meaning homes selling in less time and selling at record-breaking prices and very often above asking price. Whereas now we can see the line has come down, which means a bit more balance, which means overall like a better market for buyers to get into, meaning buyers can go and actually look at properties. They can get a home inspection done. They can make sure that satisfactory finance is put in place. Whereas before, buyers were very rushed. Buyers made emotional decisions often. And we're actually seeing quite a few deals fall apart because purchasers that paid some of these record-breaking prices in February or in March, they are not wanting to close on the deal, and very often they're forfeiting their deposit check or getting in some sort of serious complication, which of course we never hope happens. We want in every transaction the buyer to be happy, the seller to be happy. What's great right now is that sellers are becoming a bit more realistic with their expectations of the price, yet at the same time they're not actually upset because many sellers acknowledge the fact that the average price and the price of their home is likely where it was about 12 months ago. But the main difference is sellers need to be a little bit more patient in this market. Our average days on market is something between 18 to 21 days, whereas we've been accustomed to an average days on market between 6 to 10 days throughout the past couple of years. Let's now take a deep dive into the average price, and we're specifically looking at Toronto. We're not taking into consideration like Peel or York region, but if you want all those numbers, then I post a video on that once a month in the beginning of the month, so make sure you subscribe to my channel. The blue line represents 2021, the yellow line representing 2022, and we can see like our average price, it's 1% higher than where it was last year at $1,567,000, and you can see far on the left-hand side and further left, we can see this even more, is that there was a larger gap between the 2022 prices and 2021. It doesn't really look like we can clearly say that our 2022 prices are less than they were in 2021. However, if we continue this trend and prices continue to decline, then I am expecting that the average price would be lower than where it was in 2021. Now, my personal predictions are not that that happens. I'm expecting there to be some stabilization between the average price, and I'm expecting condos to slightly rise in value because for most condos, they've only come down by about a 5 to 8%, and they haven't taken the same hit as detached homes, for example. With condo apartments, it seems that there's a lot more supply right now, and there's a lot fewer sales. And now taking a look at condo apartments in the city of Toronto, we can see our average price is just 1% higher than where it was last year. Looking at the month of May, for instance, we can see the average price was somewhere around $790,000. Now it's about $750,000. It's nothing too significant. It could be the fact that the rental market is so hot, and we know that with condos, it does generally attract a lot more investors that want to buy property and they want to rent them out. However, what the condo market and the freehold market do have in common is that the upper price ranges, like the luxury homes, that's really what's taking a long time to sell. Sellers are having to list their property multiple times and sometimes having to wait 60, even 90 days for them to realize market value. And as expected, the percentage of properties being sold over asking price has significantly decreased. Now about 26% of listings are selling over asking price. Look back in the month of May, we had 50 to even 65% of listings selling over the asking price. So what's happening is sellers, of course, they're becoming a bit more realistic with their expectations, and you can't really blame sellers that wanted to try the underpricing strategy back at the beginning of the year, because many times it just became so difficult for them to identify what the right price was to list their home for. So they would put the price there and they would let the market and the buyers decide what market value was, and that's how a lot of the sellers were actually getting like record-breaking prices. They were selling for the highest price in the street, whereas now there are some sellers that are opting in for that strategy. We of course have many sellers that are listing underpriced to begin with, and then when bidding war date comes, if they don't like an offer and they don't choose an offer to accept, then they're listing it the traditional way and leaving some room for negotiation. And if you'd like to talk about pricing strategy as far as your listing and how you can make sure you realize top dollar, then make sure you call me. Of course, if you're looking to buy or sell I'm the best realtor that can help you out. And if you're an ambitious real estate agent looking to connect for opportunity to see how your business can grow, then definitely reach out to me regarding eXp Realty to see if it is a good fit for you. I really appreciate your support. Make sure to subscribe to this channel, drop a like, drop a comment below. I want to know what your predictions are and your thoughts, and I look forward to seeing you all next time.